So it has been a week for our family. I'm not sure when this is going to be uploaded, so I'm not sure. We're probably pretty behind. I don't think we uploaded. We didn't upload. I know we didn't upload normally like we would on Saturday, but things have just been nuts. So we thought we'd kind of sit down and like explain real quick kind of what was going on, just because it's been pretty crazy. So we took all of our kids this last week to Great Wolf Lodge, the Northern California one, the one that's closest to us, which we love. Our kids always love that place. It's a great time. But we unexpectedly, or Gemma unexpectedly, had, not even like an accident, but like, we've been in and out of the hospital. She's been in and out of the hospital for the last couple of days.
So what happened is she went on a water slide with some of her bigger sisters and got splashed, but I don't know if she wasn't expecting it or something, and she kind of like inhaled some of the water, which can happen at any water pool at home,
any water.
I guess when it's raining, if you're looking, like, you know, you could get water. But what happened with her is that night we checked in early. We spent the day at the water park. We had lots of great food. Grandma was there. Like, it was awesome. But then at night, she was like really shallow. It was like
short of breath.
It was constantly kind of clear her throat, short of breath. And we'd seen that before with Gemma.
Gwen.
Oh,
Gwen.
Yeah, with Gwen.
So we wanted, and there's a couple reasons why we want to talk about this, because I know we talked about this, it was like 6 or 7 years ago, and I'm going to try to find some of the videos where we talked about it, because it is kind of important. So what happened to her, they used to call it dry drowning. Now they call it secondary drowning or aspiration. So Gemma actually now, she has aspiration pneumonia, which is where the bacteria in the water or whatever causes an infection in your lungs. Yeah. But when it happened to Gwyneth 6, 7 years ago, however long ago it happened, the doctor called it like dry drowning basically. And I think it's something that not a lot of people know the symptoms of, and they don't know much about it. Like, people have kind of heard of it, but it is rare. The fact that it's now happened to 2 of our kids that both know how to swim, that both were not submerged in water. It's so weird that it happened to us twice, right? Like, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense, but because it is it's happened to us and we're familiar with it, I think it's important to kind of talk about it and like share the information. So I'm also going to try to find some links to like symptoms, like what to look for, and like explaining it a little better, because we are not doctors. And that way, at least anybody watching this, any parents watching this, you can kind of know what the symptoms are and what to look out for if your kids have been swimming or around water. And just so you know, because it can be kind of subtle. When it first kind of happens, like the symptoms could be, you know, short of breath, wheezing, a little bit fever. They could have coughing, like you think maybe they're coming down with a cold or something. Typically, it's within the first 8 hours of like after whatever happened to them, like with water. But it can be later, it can be sooner. And there's just like so many things that go into it that would make any parent nowadays, like, it's like your kids get sick, right? Like a lot, especially if they go to school. And so anybody whose kids like started having the sniffles or a cough wouldn't necessarily think that it was anything other than that. And that's why I think it can be really dangerous, because people just they're like, oh, okay, they're just getting a cold, and they give it no mind, when actually it's like urgently they need to get to the doctor to make sure things are okay. So and because we're hyper vigilant about this, and it happened to us years ago with Gwen, you took her to the emergency room that night, so it wasn't even 8 hours.
So the timeline for her in the last 72 hours has been, she was kind of shortness of breath, kind of trying to clear her throat, having a really hard time. She couldn't sleep, so I took her to the ER. We knew to ask for an x-ray, because that's what they check for water on the lungs. So they did an x-ray. They were like, nah, she's okay, essentially.
Yeah.
But then the next day, she had shortness of breath again, still. But also she had chest pain and a fever. So I take her back in. They do an x-ray. Her fever gets even higher while she's there. It was 102 and change. So like, we have to get her antibiotics, like right stat. We're going to do an injection, which is like pretty painful. So she did that. She was a trooper. So she immediately got antibiotics, and they gave her an inhaler for albuterol.
And what's the thing where she's practicing like strengthening her lungs or whatever?
And then there's a little machine where you have to like suck in, and it like raises the suction thing, and that's supposed to like practice taking deeper breaths, because when you have this, you're very shallow, so you want to like strengthen the lungs. And then last night, essentially, she we were checking on her throughout the night because we were giving her the medicine and stuff. And we checked her. We have the pulse ox and all these things.
Yeah, so again, we're not doctors, but with a high-risk pregnancy I had with Jagger, and then Jeff's mom's actually like a retired nurse. So we know a little bit more than we probably would know.
No, we know a
normally.
lot. We have 6 kids, so
we have
seen
like a blood pressure cuff. We have like a pulse ox. We have thermometer. Oh, we have all these things at home in our house. So we were doing like checking her oxygen saturation every hour, checking her pulse,
checking her temperature.
And what really started scaring us last night, which is why they went back to the ER, was that she was at rest. She was sleeping in our room because we wanted to watch her overnight. And laying down in her bed, her heart rate was like tachycardic, kept going between like 140 and 160.
And I was checking it, it'd be like 146. And then I put it on my finger, 68.
Wow.
I was like, this can't be right. I put it on her, 152. Put it on me, 69.
So that's normal.
I was like,
adults do have a lower heart
what is
rate
going
than
on?
Children do have a higher heart rate. That is normal, but it is not normal for a child to have a heart rate that high and doing
and
this.
with all of her problems. So I took her back into the ER, and that's when they gave her, they tested all her stuff, and they were like, yes, she's still struggling.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave her steroids. So she drank steroids, and what that's supposed to do is reduce inflammation, which makes it easier to breathe and lets the albuterol work better. Essentially, that's what they said. So they gave her that, and then they put her on, it's like a mask. It's like a respirator mask.
Like a nebulizer, right?
Yeah, where you're like breathing it in the smoke. I have a little bit of footage. I asked her if I could take a little video, so she was like, "Yeah, she wanted to see it," you know.
It looks cool.
Because it looks cool. But she was. I mean, we're both exhausted. That's like 3 nights in a row.
Yeah.
That we were exhausted. Because the first 2 nights we went to the ER by Great Wolf Lodge, and then the third night we were home.
Was here.
And so anyway, but even our bedroom has been like chaos with now Gemma's sleeping in there, and Jagger, we're trying to get him on his own. And
that's a whole nother thing. If anybody has tips on how to like get these kids to sleep in their own beds, let me know, because Jagger will not. He might
He's
fall
a
asleep
snuggle
there.
buddy. He's a little snuggler for mom. He's a mom's boy.
We put him to bed in his bed. He's a little twin bed. We got the Mario sheets for it.
So we got him the Mario bed.
Yeah.
He'll stand up on the rails of our bed, and they'd be like, "Dad, go." I'm like, "No, buddy, that's the Mario bed. That's your bed." He goes, "No, that's your bed."
He wants Jeff to go
That's
sleep
your
on the
bed.
little twin bed on the floor,
And I have.
with the Mario sheets, so that
'Cause I'm
he
so
can come
tired.
up and sleep in
I
Jeff's
just go
spot
like-
and
like-
snuggle me at night.
Oh,
And he's such a
man.
little sweetheart. He's 2 years old, but he needs to sleep in his own bed, and we have been on this struggle bus of getting him trying to do that for literally a year now, and none of the other kids were so difficult to sleep train. So anyway, if anybody has any tips for us, let us know. But with Gemma, so Gemma's in there too. We have a pull-out like sofa in our bedroom.
Yes, we
also.
set her up. That's why that night I kept set alarms, and I was testing her and stuff, and I was like, I don't feel good about it. You know what I mean? So I went like with my parent instinct and went back, and they're like, oh, they could have given steroids to make her feel better, and like I was like,
didn't.
why don't we do that? That sounds good.
Every doctor is gonna do something different. We're just hyper vigilant about it. So she got what she needed. She's doing better. She's resting.
She's resting on the sofa right now. And speaking of Gemma, it's her birthday next week.
In a couple days. So if you guys, we'll show you guys. I'm starting to pull out some decorations. She wanted to do like rainbow kind of theme, so I put some decorations in there. But her birthday is the day after tomorrow, and I have to go finish shopping for her birthday to get her some little presents and cake. We have to pick up cake. So,
and do we need any more decorations or no?
We might be good. I'll show you guys what we have inside, but we're gonna do this today. We'll take you guys along with us. But Gemma, basically, just want to give you the update. She's supposed to be resting.
She is resting.
Really struggled when this happened to her. The antibiotics didn't kick it out of her system. She was in and out of the hospital for 2 months when it happened. So we're just going to be really careful and watch Gemma and hope that what they gave her, she's on antibiotics for like the next 2 weeks. Hopefully that kicks it out of her system and that she does better.
Yeah.
But we're prepared. We know what to look out for if she needs additional treatment. So, because again, it's really rare that this has happened to us twice. But I don't know. Now I feel like weird stuff always happens to us. I don't know. It's so weird.
Just be ready.
But anyway, check out the links in the description box, because like I said, I do think that it's important that parents know more about this. And so hopefully this will just kind of spread the information and then just make more people aware of it. And then you just know what to look for if it ever happens to you. Well, she must be feeling pretty good right now because her little spot on the sofa is empty. Did you see her head anywhere?
Yeah, I think she went upstairs to play with her sisters. Shenanigans. But she does need to rest.
She needs to take it super easy.
She's not running and jumping and climbing. She's just playing with her sisters, though, so.
Yeah. Oh, and then the birthday decoration. So, again, rainbows. She wanted to do some rainbows, so I got some balloons, got some little garland. We always usually open presents in the living room, so I'm getting that set up. And then she said she wants an Oreo ice cream cake.
Perfect. She's learning from her old
I know.
man.
I was like, that's Dad's favorite. Who did he tell you to say that? So we're gonna go grab that first, and then check out the stuff for her presents.
We're at Home Depot for a second. Gretchen is looking for some new crops for our backyard garden. We got some hot peppers. The issue we run into, I always feel like, I wish I always planted everything later, because sometimes when we plant it, it does better than it does like here at the store. But like, for example, I can see over here, like this is jalapeno peppers. Like our peppers don't look great, and these are looking pretty good. Like those are looking a lot better. Mine are probably, nope, mine are like half that size. And then some of these are kind of monsters. So I kind of get torn, like did I plant on time but I'm too early? Because the plants at the store just keep growing bigger in their pots under ideal conditions. And I feel like it's kind of a hack to wait till later in the season, because sometimes you can buy stuff, like there's some tomatoes over here that have full grown tomatoes on them already.
So we looked around, just grabbed a little thyme plant because that's one of the only herbs we don't currently have. And then we'll keep an eye on it. If any of our plants die and we have some extra room, we could totally come back and I think get some more peppers.
Yeah, we can use peppers. The peppers look great over there.
So Gwyneth's birthday is also coming up, and Gretchen said she found some things for her that she thinks she'll like.
So me and Gwen share a room, so she tells me all her dearest thoughts. Anyways, so she was saying how when she washes her face, she hates how the water runs down her arms. So I thought this would be perfect because it has.
That actually is pretty cute. I do think that she would like that too.
Yeah. And then when she got, like, I think it was for her last year's birthday, she got the cream shop box. And she said she really liked the face masks in them.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
But her birthday is after Gemma, so that's cool. Let's grab that for her, but we do need to definitely find some stuff for Gemma because hers is like in 2 days.
Yeah.
We're at Target now. We have not found anything for Gemma yet, but we did find those few things for Gwen, and her birthday's coming up in like 2 weeks, so that's pretty good. So Gemma did tell me that she wanted one of these, so we're gonna get her 2 of them because Gretchen says that they're obviously different, because if they're different, they're in the same package.
I mean,
or the same
those are
shop.
like different.
So
right?
she'll get 2 different ones, and then we already got her Legos. Remember?
But insects, hello.
This is
sorry,
cool.
it's pretty cool.
She is terrified of spiders and roaches, so the butterfly might be cute, but that roach.
Yeah, these 2 are a little aggressive.
So we're digging through some clothes, trying to figure out what we're gonna get for Gemma and Jagger.
Yeah, we can see that you're digging through some clothes.
Well, okay, so I love Target for the little kids, like, stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, these for Gemma would be really cute.
Lime green.
Yeah, they're fun. And then look at this. It's like a little black and white, but like strawberries.
Silhouette.
Oh, at first I thought those were pineapples.
That would be cute too. But I mean, they have a lot of good stuff this week. We just impulse purchased a air fryer toaster oven.
So look, it's like really good, like almost 5 stars on Amazon, and it's normally $230, and it was like $65. $68.99. So it is a really good deal. So if anybody watching this is looking for a toaster oven, check your Target.
Since we're impulse buying things, can we get a goldfish? There's Pet's not right there.
We're not gonna go to get a gold. That's a good time to ask though, but no. Hey, I've been meaning to take Gemma and Jagger over there because they like to look at the hamsters and fish and stuff.
Can we get a hamster then?
No, we're not getting a hamster.
Why not?
Because, have you ever? Hamsters are a lot to take care of.
We could name it like one of those like basic names, like Oreo or something if it's black and white.
We're back. How are you feeling, honey? Better. You need your albuterol probably though, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do it. Guess what Dad got?
What?
An air fryer. We're gonna make a bunch of freezer stuff for dinner. I know, I told you.
I thought we didn't have any, but
Gretchen wanted me to buy her some Elmer's glue to make some slime, and I told her that I just found some, and oh, is that it? Setting it
I
up.
could lift it by the guides. I couldn't.
We got a bunch of freezer stuff to test out the air fryer. Stuffed jalapenos, mozzarella cheese sticks.
So I set up the air fryer, and I'm frying some of those cheese sticks, those mozzarella sticks. You guys gonna have some?
yeah.
Yes? Yes? You want some cheese sticks? I think so. Yep. And you feel a little bit better now?
Yeah.
Kind of a day of rest. Antibiotics have been in you for a day and a half. And you feel better? That's great. How old are you going to be? Because your birthday's coming up in 2 weeks. Your birthday's next week, right? And then your birthday's in 2 weeks.
My birthday is 1 week.
Okay, and how old are you going to be?
3.
3. That's it. Oh no. Okay, well, we're going to get some rest. If you guys got this far in the video, in the comments below, put a, what emoji?
Mochi.
An emoji. What emoji do you think?
I don't really.
Birthday emoji?
Yeah.
Like a balloon or a present or a cake or something?
Yeah.
That sound good?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you soon.